Also, very special band in session. As Queenie was telling you, they didn't come in for the interview, but Miss Ballooniverse did, complete with a billion modelling balloons. So hear that interview, and Stay Plus from Manchester in session. One track coming up in about 10 minutes time, and then more from 1am. Check out their website as well, stay.cx, for all info on the band tonight. Right, it's session time every week on this show, as well as bringing you a whole world of brand new music, stuff I've been digging for and just generally digging over the last 7 days. We bring you a very special session recorded at the legendary Maida Vale Studios. This band, Stay Plus, were called Christian Aid, changed their name, released an incredible track called Stay Positive, which you're about to hear on the Double Denim label. They've now signed to Ramp Records. First release on Ramp comes out in September. And we obviously invited them in to do the interview, but they were gigging. They were busy gigging in Stockholm. So they sent a special envoy. So before we hear the first Maida Vale session track, you can find out all about the band at stay.cx. Let's find out what we could find out about Stay Plus.
Huw Stephens, Late Night Sessions, BBC Radio 1.
So, Miss Ballooniverse, am I right in thinking that you are here to represent the band tonight?
That's right, yes. I'm here speaking for and on behalf of Stay Plus tonight while they're in Stockholm.
Do you follow them around on tour?
No, I don't follow them around on tour. I just provide them with balloons whenever we're partying.
So you'll be able to provide answers to our questions about Stay Plus later on the show?
Yes, Stay Plus have provided me with a script, so I can answer every question you ask, speaking as Stay Plus and referring to myself as in us and we as Stay Plus for the purposes of this interview only.
Well, I look forward to hearing more about the band just after 1.
And here is the first session track from Stay Plus.
The first Maidaville session track, pretty magical and special as well, from Stay Plus. That was Stay Positive. We're going to hear more from them in session then in about 30 minutes on the show. And talking again to Miss Ballooniverse, the band's representative, for the purposes of tonight's interview. If you were joining them online for that, you'd have seen some live visuals that they were providing you to go with their debut Maida Vale outing. Stay.cx, that's the web address. And don't forget, the tracks will be on the podcast as well, which you can download free from Thursday onwards. Head to Radio 1 online, go to my page, Huw Stephens, and click on podcast. It's a free download. You'll get Wichita as Label of Love on there as well. Forthcoming album, Biophilia. Last Friday afternoon, I went for tea with Bjork. And she was an absolute pleasure to interview. You can hear the interview on the show in the next couple of weeks, talking about the album which she's releasing as apps, Biophilia. I had a little go on some of them as well, and they properly blew my mind. Right now, in session, it's the brilliant Stay Plus from Manchester. We've already heard one track. Their web address, if you want to check them out while listening to the session tracks, stay.cx is their web address, so www.stay.cx. And we'll have a chat with Miss Ballooniverse as well, their spokesperson, for the purposes of this very special session on tonight's show, which will be available to download for free on the podcast from Radio 1 online this week as well. Young Love is one of the tracks you're about to hear, and Fever is up first.
Huw Stephens, Late Night Sessions, BBC Radio 1.
Fever now.
delighted that Stay Plus are in session on the show this week. Now, normally we'd interview the band here, but clouded as they are in magical mystery and their hectic touring schedule not allowing them to do the interview, they have provided us with a spokesperson for the band, Miss Ballooniverse.
Hello, Huw. Yes.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks. And I've actually got a written script here that Stay Plus have provided me with, so I might as well just fire away and say Stay Plus would like to apologise for not attending this interview because they're currently in Stockholm, and that's why they can't be here tonight. But they did consider phoning into Radio 1 and giggling like schoolgirls for 20 minutes, but Woo Life stole their idea, so that won't be happening. OK, that's good to know. And just so we get the background of the spokesperson as well, you've provided us with an incredible balloon which we'll put on the Radio 1 website for everyone to see. Oh. And this is what you do. This is what I do. I'm a balloon artist. Marvellous. And the favourite balloon artist, I think they won't mind me saying, of Stay Plus. I can make anything out of balloons. So through you, I can channel all the information about the band for the purpose of this interview. Ask me whatever you want. I'm sure it's covered here. If it isn't, I've got my get out of jail free card. OK. So when did everything start for Stay Plus? I can say that they were previously called Christian AIDS. Is that something you'd like to know about? Yeah, because they had to change the name, obviously, because of the charity, right? Well, yes, absolutely. Christian AIDS was their name, and they were served a trademark infringement notice from a certain charity, and actually they prefer not to name the charity. Yeah, I mean, but you've already done that, I think. Okay, I'm intrigued about the name, the new name, then, Stay Plus, because they've said that they can, people can interpret it as they wish, so it can either be Stay Positive or Stay Plus. Absolutely. Well, their single is called Stay Positive. Miss Ballooniverse, can you tell me who Stay Positive, Stay Plus are? Well, I've been given some interesting and entirely true facts about the members of Stay Plus. One used to film and write porn for a living. One was a professional mime on X Factor. One is a borderline transvestite. One has worked with Kanye West. And none of them are a renowned Manchester DJ. And there's a fluctuating number of us. That's very interesting. I'm glad we're getting this all official, from official sources. Manchester being a hotbed of new musical talent, well, always a very important place for the band? Well, to be honest, we see ourselves as being from the internet. Our fan base is spread across the world thanks to blogging culture. We performed in Manchester once. None of us were born there and none of us are from there. So music on the whole has become decentralised and influences are drawn from all over the world. So in this day and age, where are you from is becoming an increasingly irrelevant question to ask a band. So that's where you're from. What about where you're going? What does the future hold for Stay Plus, maybe this year? Well, Fever is our next single, out in the autumn on Ramp. I haven't been lucky enough yet to see Stay Plus playing live. What happens on stage? Well, as with every other aspect of our work, the main goal is to produce something that we ourselves would appreciate. So when we perform, we try to extend our sphere of influence beyond the confines of the stage. We attempt to draw you into our world and use every tool at our disposal to affect you. So no one had ever actually crowd surfed or invaded the stage at the Sleepy Midi Festival before our performance last week. So we always try to introduce elements that, to our knowledge, haven't been tried before. We've only performed 5 gigs. We're giving our 6th performance as we speak, and the response has always been positive. Musical influences Stay Plus. Oh yes, I can answer this. Radiohead, David Lynch, Apple, Kraftwerk, John Mouse, M.M. Paris. Oh, nice, yeah. For their ability to stay quiet at the right times and only release things when they're happy with them. And for their self-control in not using conventional marketing. Oh, and Bach. Well, thank you so much for representing Stay Plus, Miss Ballooniverse. Chuffed to bits that the session has been broadcast. It'll be on the podcast to download from tomorrow onwards. What does the future hold for the band? Well, we want to carry on with what we're doing. We have no grand plans for success, but we want to do it. So So far, our appeal has come from our ability to pursue what excites us without the distraction of having to double guess what the industry wants. We're putting together a team of people who can help us take things further, which is a delicate matter requiring more thought than it would for your straightforward indie band or dance producer.
Absolutely, that's why you're a very special band and a very special spokesperson as well.
Thank you, Huw.
It's lovely to meet you. I think we should hear the final track in session from Stay Plus.
Huw Stephens Late Night Session.
Such a special session. Stay Plus on BBC Radio 1. Young Love and Fever were the tunes you heard. We played you Stay Positive earlier. You can download them on this week's podcast from Radio 1 online this week as well. I can't wait to hear what they do next. A big thanks to the band and their spokesperson, Miss Ballooniverse.